Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is so great to be with you again. This event, I try to make it every year, and I think I have. And it grows every year, and that's wonderful. And I want to thank particularly the students for your effort at this topic. You know, peace is not a stasis, a state of being, so much as it is a process that has to be made. Peace is not just the absence of violence or war. It is making a more just society. After World War II, the bloodiest conflagration in human history, death camps, the Holocaust, tens of millions of civilians as well as military dying all over the world in horrible ways. The United States liberated Europe with Great Britain, but that wasn't peace. When the Nazi regime came to an end, that was a moment in history. But making peace was a different enterprise. And we were fortunate at that time to have visionary leaders who understood that, led by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And they created a machinery of peace that worked for 70 years, much of which is still working. And they rebuilt war-ravaged Europe. One of the, I think Churchill called it the most unsordid act any great power had ever undertaken in human history. We rebuilt Europe. We even rebuilt our enemy at the time, Germany. We rebuilt Japan. Because we understood that keeping people in a state of misery as a punishment might make you feel good, but it didn't promote peace. In fact, it did the opposite. We have to invest in peace. And that means we invest in our communities, we invest in our country. Marion Wright Edelman once said that voluntarism, which I hope all of you will make a lifelong habit, voluntarism is the rent we pay for the air we breathe. It defines us as characters. Peace is about inclusivity and acceptance and tolerance and welcoming. Including, I might add, welcoming the stranger. The whole issue of immigration is under assault worldwide, but certainly here in our country again. I'll tell you a little story about immigration. In 1920, there was a young 18-year-old girl who was leaving Northern Ireland because of difficult circumstances in the north. She was a Catholic girl in Protestant majority Ireland, and that was not a good place to be in 1920. She came on a boat from Ireland to the United States. She got robbed of what little money she had. She came with no skill set other than she could sew. She got seasick. She came to the United States and started over. She took in laundry, she sewed. She kept a detailed note of every penny she ever made. And when she got married, she made her husband empty out his pockets, and she kept a strict account of how much money he made. She saved her money and brought her invalid mother over from Ireland and her two brothers. And they started families. And her grandson is speaking to you today as the United States Congressman. That's the promise of America. That's the promise of America. And we never want to lose sight of that. So sometimes, ironically, when we promote peace, we have to fight for it. We cannot assume everybody shares the same values. We can fight for it in different ways. You have done it by advocating. You have done it by explicating. And those are very important dynamics that can make a difference. So thank you so much for participating in this program, Student Peace Awards, in promoting peace in our community. And when you do that, that's a building block for America too. So keep at it, make it a lifelong habit, and remember the values you espoused in your own individual effort today. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here.